It's that time of the year, of course, where everybody starts going home or just going on holiday, and our border posts are exceptionally busy right now. So we decided to send one of our journalists, Tumelo Machogo, who is at the Lebombo border post heading into Mozambique, to find out what it's like there. These, of course, are the two busy days, as you can imagine, those wanting to get home for the Christmas season or wanting to just holiday in Mozambique. So let's find out from him. Tumelo, how are things looking? When we spoke a bit earlier, it was all smooth sailing. The roads were busy, but everything was looking good. How are we doing now?
Leanne, I can tell you one thing for now. The traffic has started to peak here at Lebombo border post. There are about hundreds and hundreds of cars coming into Lebombo border post. And I'm being told by the police and the traffic officials that the traffic is about 2 kilometers away into Lebombo border post. So you can imagine people have woken up and they are trying to get into Mozambique and to get into their holiday destination or just to see their families and their loved ones during this festive season. But Leanne, I've got a guest with me. He's the provincial commissioner. His name is Dumisa Magedlela. He is with the police here. Sir, welcome. Tell us about it. This is a multidisciplinary action. I see a lot of police officers here. Tell me about how many police officers are here and why are you trying to employ a lot of them here?
Thank you, Sam. We are at Lebombo border post, and what I can tell you is that we are actually benefiting or reaping the fruits of what we have planned. For the past 3 years, I think everybody knows that the Lebombo border post was having a challenge of having people sleeping over here before they cross over. Our plan is actually working for us because now there is no one who's sleeping over here. We take less than 30 minutes for a person to pass through here. We've got a multidisciplinary contingent which is working with us. We've got SARS, we've got customs, we've got traffic, we've got everybody who's working at the borders. But what I can tell you, from the 17th of December, when we launched these operations, this was amongst the operations which we felt that is going to assist us. We are actually now dissecting vehicles as they are coming to the borders into 20 kilometers, we check the vehicles in terms of the loads, whether they are commercial, whether they are commuting passengers, or whether they are private people. At 7 kilometers, we call it a 7-kilometer check, where we check all the commercial related vehicles. Then after the clearance of the vehicles, they come through, they're escorted so that they can get through the border. So we are actually scaling down the question of delay and time. As you can see now, the vehicles, they've taken about 2 kilometers, which is against what we normally have in the other years. We used to take them 10 kilometers away, but we're fighting that down, and it's benefiting us. There is nothing stopped in terms of security, because we wanted to make sure, while we're trying to consider the question of passing through, that we don't also compromise security. As you can see, vehicles are being checked, whether they are stolen or not. We have recovered already 7 vehicles which are suspected to be stolen, including some motorcycles which are actually stripped and packed in those loads, as you can see, as parts. Now, what we've picked up, that these vehicles or these motorcycles are stripped, and when they get back to Mozambique, they're actually reassembled to be actually the vehicle, the very motorcycles which are actually stolen in South Africa. We've arrested people. We've so far arrested 2 suspects as wanted suspect. One is wanted in Hendrina and the other one in Gauteng in Kempton Park. We've actually infused a number of police from the normal 30 up to 88. We've got 88 members, and also other departments which are actually working with us have actually beefed up and increased their numbers in terms of people working on the borders. It's paying benefits. It's quite calm, as you can see, and it's cool and it's workable.
You're talking about the people that you guys have arrested so far. What kind of crimes are they facing, these kind of people? And also, are we expected to see more? Because people are taking chances. They want to just cross the border without the proper documents, without all those kind of things, and also transporting illegal contrabands into the other countries.
That is correct. What we're doing now is we're having also Port Health, that is Department of Health, which is checking the condition, that is sickness of people, and so that they stop them in terms of making sure that they quarantine them. They don't get into South Africa with some diseases. We've got also Department of Agriculture, which is looking on the stuff which is brought into South Africa in terms of stock, in terms of raw meat. That is our challenge. That is the area of our challenge. We are having a number of people who are actually crossing back to Mozambique from South Africa, which we have found at the borders that they are undocumented. The other challenge now, there is another leg which has been introduced, where we're checking also small children, that is kids, who are actually crossing over. Now, there's new law which says now if a person is not actually accompanied by a parent, then we need to make sure that that person is not being trafficked. Now, from the community, it's creating a little bit of havoc because they don't understand and they despair because we have to leave a child up until a full clearance has been given. We've got Department of Social Development, which is actually taking care of those kids in terms of place of safety and shelter, so that at the end of the day, the person is clarified and cleared and handed over to the parents.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Leanne, from the corner of my eyes, I see many travelers going into Mozambique. They are very happy to be traveling to Mozambique, obviously to go and spend time with their families and their loved ones. Leanne?